and hello guys, I'm Prasi and today we are gonna see the story of the ugly duckling. Now let's go into the story. Once upon a time, there lived a mother duck and her tiny ducklings. One of the ducklings was grey in color and dull in appearance. He was ugly and unattractive, while his brothers and sisters were cute and lovely. The mother duck would often quack, "How ugly he is, and how different he is from the others. Is he really my child?" Slowly, the ugly duckling learnt that he was disliked by his own relatives. Every morning, the mother duck used to take her ducklings into the pond to teach them to swim. The ugly duckling would follow them, but the mother duck never liked it. "Ah, I just hope the other snobbish ducks don't notice that this ugly duckling is mine," she would think. Although he was never taught properly, the ugly duckling learned to swim even more skillfully than his brothers and sisters. Due to this, his own brothers and sisters started hating him. Every now and then, they mocked at him for being dark and dull. The poor duckling also had to bear the scornful looks of other ducks. He was snapped at and insulted wherever he went. Feeling miserable, one day the ugly duckling ran away from home. "No one wants me in the farmyard, not even my mother," he sobbed. "But I'm sure in this whole big world, I'll soon find a friend who would love me as I am," he consoled himself, and a smile ran on his lips. Lost in these thoughts, the ugly duckling reached a marsh in the woods. He was so tired that he soon fell asleep there. The marsh was the home of many wild ducks. Suddenly, the ugly duckling woke up with a start. He had heard a dreadful noise. Just then, two wild ducks dropped from the sky into the water. "Seems there is a hunter around," worried the ugly duckling. "I'd better leave this place." It was dark all around. Wandering sadly, the duckling came near a hut. A soft, glowing light radiated through the door and the windows of the hut. As the duckling peeped through the door, he saw a woman sitting at the table. A cat was sleeping at the woman's feet, and a hen was perched beside. "The woman looks kind-hearted," thought the duckling. Suddenly, the woman noticed the duckling. "Who are you? Come in," she said in a soft voice. The duckling felt the warmth and walked in. He had never met a kind person. The woman treated her with love and care, but the hen and cat ignored him at the first sight. Actually, the woman was only pretending to be kind to the duckling. After some time, she started showing her real face. "You are no good, you ugly bird," she shouted at the duckling. The poor duckling was scared. Early next morning, when the woman was asleep, that ugly duckling ran out of the hut. Once again, he walked sadly through the dark woods. He felt lonely and miserable. Then, one day, he came across a small pond. He was delighted at the sight of water. "Let me swim for a while," he chirped. The ugly duckling hopped joyously and waded into the pond. He swam to his satisfaction. Slowly he began to feel happier. But his days were not happy always. Autumn had set in and the cold wind had started to blow. The leaves were turning yellow and brown. Oh, it would be winter soon, sighed the duckling. As he looked up, he saw wonderful birds flying merrily high up in the sky. They all had long necks and slender bodies. How gracefully they flapped their wings, wondered the duckling. And in another couple of days, winter set in. The first snowflakes fell on the duckling and he squeaked of chill. Cold winds blew across the pond. Now the poor duckling could no longer swim in the pond as the water had frozen to become a sheet of ice. The duckling's body was stiff because of the cold. He sat crouched, moaning and shivering. Soon he fell unconscious. Just then a poor farmer happened to pass that way. When he saw the duckling, he felt sorry for the bird. He carefully lifted him up and carried him home. The farmer had a daughter. She wrapped the duckling in a warm sheet and put him close to the fireplace. When the duckling got the warmth, he opened his eyes. The little girl fed him with some food. The duckling felt better. Suddenly there came the farmer's little son. He was very naughty. He chased the poor duckling all around the house. The duckling had become weak. He tried to fly away but lost his balance and fell into a big bowl of milk. This annoyed the farmer's wife, who spilled the milk and messed up the table. She yelled. The children clapped their hands and laughed, teasing the duckling. But the poor duckling had a tough time getting out of the angry lady's reach. Somehow he managed to escape from the window. The ugly duckling then started wandering again with a heavy heart. He often sighed, "I wish I could die." Some days passed. It was spring season again. The duckling saw the clear blue sky. He heard the soft soothing song of the lark. This wonderful sight gave him a new hope of life. The duckling had by now grown up. He had an urge to fly. Soon he spread his wings and took off in the sky. This was his first flight. "Oh, it's a real joy," chirped the duckling. He finally landed in a park filled with bright flowers. Nearby there was a lake of clear blue water. The duckling went near the lake to quench his thirst. As he bent down to drink water, he saw his image in the water of the lake. And he could not believe his eyes. "Is that really me?" he wondered. He looked beautiful and elegant. Just then he saw some graceful white birds coming towards him. They were swans. "Welcome, brother. You are the youngest and the most beautiful among us all," praised the swans. They caressed him with their beaks. "Ah, at last I have found the true love," smiled the duckling. Actually, he had grown into a beautiful swan. Now he was no longer the ugly duckling. He mingled with the family of swans and gracefully swam across the waters. Hope you all enjoyed this story, guys. If you like this story, like, share, comment, and to receive more videos of me, subscribe and don't forget to click the bell button near it. See you in the next video, guys. Until then, bye-bye.